Hello, guys. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. So, welcome to Testbook Regulatory Bodies. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you. So, quickly join in so we can start our today's discussion, right? So, every Friday we are going to practice or discuss our another subject, which is costing, right? So, Thursday we will be discussing things around commerce and accountancy. Friday is about your costing things, and the final आपका management we will be discussing on the Saturday, every Saturday itself, right? So everyone, those who are watching live, please do mention into the comment section if everything is fine, so we can start our today's discussion. All right. So today we will be start or we'll start with costing things. Okay? So when it comes to costing, that generally help us or organizations to decide their cost. Not only cost, okay, it is like things that generally get decided based on the costing, based on the costing itself, right? Your break even point, your selling price, your margin of safety, contribution, everything which is generally part of this one. Okay? So when it comes to the curriculum, we have so many things which are generally part of this one, like the cost and management accounting. Then we have costing methods. Then we have standard costing, marginal costing, lean costing, ABC, and others. They are generally part of this one. So every one by one, we will be discussing all these particular one, and with the help of MCQs, we'll try to build your understanding. And you guys can come up with your queries also, and I'll try my best to help you out with those particular one, right? So we'll start our today's discussion with very first question on your screen, guys. So quickly go through the questions and answer in the comment section. The first question is, which of the following is not a primary objective of cost accounting? With this particular question, we will be discussing objectives and benefits and goals of costing. Okay? It is similar to see, guys, like when it comes to financial accounting that we have discussed in our previous session, accounting standards and all, they are mandatory in nature. But when it comes to cost accounting, this is not mandatory, but organizations, they generally use costings to it is a kind of a part of managerial decision making. ठीक है, तो जैसे कोई भी प्रोडक्ट अगर हम लोग बना रहे हैं, let's say if you are producing this marker, so what should be the like कितने प्राइस में हमें इसको बनाना है, कितने कॉस्ट में हमें इसे बनाना है, व्हाट विल बी आवर सेलिंग प्राइस, कहीं ना कहीं कॉम्पिटिटर्स को ध्यान में रखते हुए, ठीक है. और इवन वी हैव टू थिंक अबाउट द फ्यूचर सिनेरियोज आल्सो, if there is some sort of recession or some sort of competition pressures and all, so how we'll handle those particular one, right? So not a primary objective. So determining the cost of goods and services, this is the primary objective of your cost accounting. Enhancing financial reporting. When it comes to financial reporting, it is generally part of your financial accounting, not the cost accounting. ठीक है. Reducing wastage आपका, ठीक है, that is also part of this particular one. Providing decision making support to management, again this is generally part of this one. So option B will be right answer for this one. ठीक है. So with the help of cost accounting, basically it helps us in so many ways, like let's say as I gave an example of this particular market. Okay. So let's say we decided our standard cost at suppose that 100 rupees. Okay. Your standard cost is 100 rupees, which is estimated cost. So based on this estimations, we are planning us sell this particular product at 150 rupees. Okay. So we are keeping a margin of 50 rupees. Okay. So if we, that means if we able to produce this particular product at 100, and if we able to sell this particular one at 150 rupees, so 50 rupees will be our margin, profit आपका होगा. ठीक है. अब कई बार क्या होता है, like it is not necessary कि your estimated cost or your standard cost is exact your actual cost. So what we generally do, we compare it with actual cost. ठीक है. So let's say the actual cost came down to 120 rupees. ठीक है. So आपने प्लान किया था कि we will manufacture this marker at 100 rupees, but actually while we produce that particular one, it came to 120 rupees. ठीक है. So planning कुछ इस तरीके से था. ठीक है. Like let's say raw material which is आपका 40 rupees. ठीक है. And we have labor charges let's say that is 30 rupees, and we have manufacturing overheads that is again आपका 30 rupees. This was your estimation when actually at that after production, when we analyze this particular one, so there was a variance. The difference between your standard cost and actual cost, which is generally known as variance. So we have a negative variance of 20 rupees, and the cost was something like this. Raw material, let's say it is आपका 50 rupees. Then labor charges, we have, let's say it is suppose that it is 40 rupees, and your the next one is 90, and the remaining आपका, suppose that manufacturing overheads, that is we achieved the goal, which is 30 rupees. Okay? So it comes to 120 rupees, right? So this is a scenario which we can face. So now after this, what we will do, we'll do the root cause analysis. Why this negative variance of 20 rupees? So it include variance analysis, where we are doing like kind of the labor variances and raw material variances. We'll find out the reason कि कहाँ पे हम लोगों का आपका estimation गड़बड़ हुआ है, ठीक है? So it can be, maybe it is impossible to procure raw material at 40 rupees. So that's why we adopted 50 rupees, or else maybe there is some malpractices in the business or some other reason also. Okay, we can find out some other vendors and others, so we can come down to 40 rupees only, right? तो ये आपका एक एरिया है, ठीक है? जैसे दूसरा, let's say if you actually achieve this 100 rupees and आपका 150 rupees, let's say your competitors are selling the product at 170 rupees. अब आप मार्केट में एंटर किए, you did price penetration, let's say they also reduce their price to 150 rupees, then we will decrease our prices to 150 to 140 or 130, so we can have some sort of competitors as in the market itself, right? तो ऐसे बहुत सारे डिसीजन मेकिंग, ठीक है? बेस्ड ऑन दिस कॉस्टिंग आपका, ठीक है, वी डिसाइड द सेलिंग प्राइस, वी डिसाइड द break even points, no profit no loss, ठीक है? We decide the margin of safety, we decide the your marginal costing and others. We use these particular one, and we also do cost volume profit analysis. So all these are generally interlinked, and accordingly we have to manage these particular things. ठीक है? इतना समझ में आया? कोई डाउट है किसी का तो प्लीज आप अपने डाउट भी पूछिएगा, ठीक है? I'll try my best to help you out with these ones. So we will be discussing all these particular one, ठीक है? Like what is contribution, or how we calculate break even point, how we calculate cost volume profit analysis, और आपका margin of safety and others. These will be get covered one by one, ठीक है? तो धीरे धीरे आपका step by steps, when it comes to commerce and accountancy as well as costing, you have to study stepwise, ठीक है? और sequential study will always help you. In other subject like management, अगर आप एक random topic को भी study करते हैं, that will work. But in case of cost, your accountancy and costing, you have to follow the sequences also, right? चलो, तो इतना समझ में आया सबको? कोई डाउट है तो प्लीज आप बताइएगा, ठीक है? सो की ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग, which include determining the cost of goods and services. It help to reduce the wastage also. Like let's say we plan for raw material at 40 rupees, but actually we spend 50 rupees. So that 10 rupees, once you'll do the raw material variance analysis, you'll get to know what is the actual reason for that variance, right? So if there is some wastage in the manufacturing units and others, so we can control those particular one. It also help in आपका decision making and others. So what alternatives we can have and others, they're generally part of this one, ठीक है? So please do remember these particular one when it comes to cost accounting. It help record, analyze and classify cost related expenditure, determine the cost per unit, operation, process and departments, compare actual cost with standard cost to avoid waste or losses, provide information for short term and long term for the economic decision making or for the managerial decision making. So advantages, when it comes to advantages, setting product and service prices, deciding to reduce or stop production of some product. अगर जैसे if there is a product which is become like non-profitable for the organization, so we can make those kind of decision by analyzing costing, ठीक है? Minimizing wastage आपका and managing inventory effectively, ठीक है? कितना like what is our cash to cash cycle, ठीक है? And how we can effectively manage that particular one, how much inventories will be required, so we can meet the unexpected demands in others, so that also get covered through this one. Okay? Comparing actual cost with standard formula, that is called variance analysis. Okay? Formulating strategies during a recession or intense competition. ठीक है, जैसे हम we entered with a new product with price penetration. Now competitor, they also reduce their price. So how we'll handle that particular one? Or even if there is a recession situations, so how we are going to deal with that particular one? ठीक है, तो ये एक basic areas आपका which is costing is something which is part of the internal decision making within that particular organization. Next one, guys. Which of the following best describe the scope of cost accounting in a moderate business environment? Now you have to answer this one. Just only I told you about this. So what will be your correct answer, guys? क्या होगा आंसर बताओ. ठीक है. So cost accounting is limited to calculation of product cost for the for manufacturing industries only? No. Cost accounting extend beyond the cost control to include planning, budgeting, decision making, and all over the functions of the business. 100% true. So B will be right answer without any doubt, right? So आसानी से questions आपका तरीके. So the scope of cost accounting is broad and applied to all type of businesses, including manufacturing, services, and trading. It includes cost control, budgeting, variance analysis, profitability analysis, and strategic decision making. It is not only about the deciding the cost of a product. ठीक है, खाली आपका प्रोडक्ट का कॉस्ट डिसाइड होने तक ही नहीं, बल्कि और चीजों में भी हमें ये आपका हेल्प कर रहा होता है. नेक्स्ट वन. Which of the following is not an advantages of cost accounting? ठीक, अभी हमने आपका इनके ऊपर बात किया. ठीक है, advantages of cost accounting. So what will be your correct answer? It help in setting competitive prices for product and services. Yes. It ensures statutory compliances with tax regulation and external reporting requirements. No. It is something which is related to your financial accounting, right? It identifies inefficiencies in operations, leading for better resource utilization. It provides management with relevant data for cost reduction and profitability improvements. ठीक है, again आपका correct. So option B will be right answer. And advantages आपका help in price setting, reducing inefficiencies and providing cost data for management to improve the profitability also. ठीक है, so these are some major advantages. ठीक है, so what is cost accounting or what is costing, and the advantages and the major goal which we are generally trying to achieve with these particular ones. So far we have discussed this particular one. ठीक है, यहाँ तक आपका सब कुछ क्लियर है? कोई डाउट है तो प्लीज आप अपने डाउट पूछिएगा. ठीक है, नाउ अब जैसे हमने कल बात किया था अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स का. ठीक है, सो फॉर द फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग वी हैव अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स. हमने बात किया था गैप का, IFRS का एंड अदर्स. सो सिमिलरली विथ सेम आइडिया. ठीक है, जैसे वहां पे I gave you an example of company A, B, C. So they are preparing their final accounts, means balance sheet, profit and loss account, and cash flow statement by using same principles. ठीक है, they are generally known as accounting standards, or we have Indian accounting standards. ठीक है, so similarly, like let's say if we have different sort of businesses and they are dealing with a similar sort of industry. So while they accounting their cost, so for that sake we have cost accounting standard. We have, जैसे वहां पे ASB था अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड बोर्ड, यहाँ पे हमारे पास है cost accounting standard board, right? So that we have so many similarities. So with this question we will be understanding this one, right? So which of the following primary objective of cost accounting standards issued by cost accounting standard board CASB in India? It regulate pricing policies. No. It establishes uniformity and consistency in cost measurement and reporting. ठीक है, 100% right आपका. So cost accounting standard board was established by the Institute of Cost Accountant of India. जो जैसे आपका ICAI for the accounting standards, जहां से CA आपके affiliated होते हैं. ठीक है, वैसे ही आपका for financial reporting, वैसे ही आपका costing के लिए we have आपका इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट ऑफ इंडिया. इनके द्वारा जो सर्टिफिकेशन होते हैं, जैसे आप लोगों ने नाम सुना होगा CMAs का. ठीक है, कॉस्ट एंड मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग. सो उनका जो एफिलिएशन होता है वो आपका किसके साथ? ICAI के साथ. ठीक है, सो यूनिफॉर्मिटी इन कॉस्ट मेजरमेंट, क्लासिफिकेशन एंड आपका असाइनमेंट ऑफ कॉस्ट. तो जैसे if you'll study this particular one, okay, so let's say if we have to how we have to explain the employee cost, ठीक है, या फिर आपका let's say any other cost आपका, ठीक है, so what will be the further bifurcation in all and how you have to account that particular one, that is given under these particular one. We have 24 cost accounting standards and you do not have to remember all these particular one, ठीक है, they never get asked in your examination, ठीक है. So the Institute of Cost Accountant of India recognized the need for structured approach to the management of cost in manufacturing and service sector, and to provide guidance to the user organizations or government bodies, regulators, research agencies, and academic institutions to achieve uniformity and consistency in classification, measurement, and assignment of cost of product and service. So for that sake, they form a body that is called Cost Accounting Standard Board, right? So basically, Institute of Cost Accountant of India, they form a committee or group that is called Cost Accounting Standard Board. They recommended आपका so far we have these many codes, ठीक है, ये थोड़ा सा static data है, याद रखने की कोशिश करें, ठीक है. So the institute or board has so far 24 cost accounting standards, generally accepted accounting principles, 9 guiding notes, and cost accounting standards, and 2 guidance note on treatment of costs related to CSR, and the another one is cost record for the construction industry, like including your real estate businesses and all. So they generally comes under this. Okay? So here we have a complete list also. If you want to go, you can have a reference, but you do not have to any sort of rectification for this. ये याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है आपको, ठीक है. जैसे आपका क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ कॉस्ट, कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 1, ठीक है, आपका 2 दैट इज कैपेसिटी डिटर्मिनेशन, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया एम्प्लॉय कॉस्ट आपका, ठीक है, या मटेरियल कॉस्ट. तो हाउ यू विल फर्दर डिफाइन दैट पर्टिकुलर एंड हाउ यू विल मेक एंट्रीज फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर कॉस्ट, ठीक है. तो जब आप जैसे कॉस्ट को एक्सप्लेन करो कि एम्प्लॉय कॉस्ट है इतनी, तो कैसे उसको आप एक्सप्लेन करोगे, दैट इज गिवन अंडर दी कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 7. तो अगर हर कोई इसको सेम फॉर्मेट में करेगा, सो वी विल हैव सम सॉर्ट ऑफ यूनिफॉर्मिटी इन दी आपका कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग, ठीक है. चलो अगला, which of the following is not a benefit implementing cost accounting standards, ठीक है. Ensure uniformity and consistency in cost measurement and reporting, 100% true. Enhancing cost transparency for managerial decision making, true. Eliminating the need for financial audit, no. Okay, this is not part of this one. Okay, so it is something like with cost accounting, we are not going to eliminate this one. This is something which is mandatory in nature, and you have to follow the accounting standards or financial accounting. Provide standardized framework for cost allocation and control, true. So C will be right answer for this particular question. ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है थोड़ा बहुत. देखो ये थोड़ा सा like most of the candidate, those who preparing for PFRDA और SEBI examination, ये दो सब्जेक्ट थोड़ा सा अलग होंगे, बट इफ यू फॉलो दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग ऑन रेगुलर बेसिस, द गुड थिंग अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर वन ना, कि वंस यू हैव डेवलप योर कॉन्सेप्ट, एक बार आपने कॉन्सेप्ट अच्छे से समझ लिए, तो आप 2 मार्कर क्वेश्चन या जो भी अप्लाइड या केस स्टडीज हैं, बिलीव मी गाइस, यू विल बी एबल टू इजीली सॉल्व ऑल दोज पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चंस, ठीक है. बट आपको गिव अप नहीं करना है फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एंड दूसरा एक सीक्वेंशियल स्टडी आपको करनी है, ठीक है. स्टार्ट विद द बेसिक थिंग्स, फर्स्ट वर्क ऑन द कॉन्सेप्ट पार्ट. एक बार आपने कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ लिया, समझ लिया, ठीक है, तो उसके बाद आपको कोई भी चैलेंज नहीं आने वाला है, ठीक है. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. How do cost accounting standards benefit pricing and cost control in an organization? By setting fixed price, there is nothing called fixed price. By ensuring fair and transparent cost allocation, leading to accurate product pricing. Without any doubt, B will be right answer for this one. So one of the major benefit of cost accounting standard is to ensure transparency in cost allocation, which help organization price product accurately based on the actual cost. It does not set fixed prices, replace traditional cost method and others. By standardizing the cost element, cost accounting standard help businesses to maintain competitive prices strategy while ensuring the cost efficiency or waste control also, right? Next one. Which of the following statement about cost and management accounting is incorrect? Now, this question is very, very, very important. Again, what in my experience, most of the time, like or every time, they ask one question regarding the differences between cost and management accounting or cost and financial accounting. ठीक है, so when it comes to cost accounting we have discussed so far. ठीक है, अभी तक का जो पूरा डिस्कशन था वो कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग के अराउंड ही था. अब दूसरा आपका मैनेज फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग, जिसके ऊपर हमने कल बात किया था. ठीक है, अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड मैंडेटरी इन नेचर. मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग क्या होता है? ठीक है, देखो व्हेन इट कम्स टू मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग इट इज समथिंग like we do, first of all we do not have any rules, regulations or standards for management accounting. This is something where managers, they are using existing database in term of cost accounting, financial accounting and some financial models or ratios and others. Okay? So let's say you are a manager of any XYZ company. So you are using cost accounting data, you are using your balance sheet or profit and loss account data, and you are, for the interpretation purpose, you are using some financial models, and based on the outcome of that particular data you are making decisions. That is your managerial accounting or management accounting. Okay? So cost accounting is primarily concerned with controlling production, while the management accounting focus on decision making. 100% true. Okay? So what we have to find out? Incorrect statement. First statement is true. Management accounting use only financial data? No, they do not. Like, not only financial data, they use आपका financial data means your financial accounting, cost accounting and even some ratios and others to make their decision. ठीक है, while cost accounting use both financial and non-financial. ठीक है, so this is wrong आपका. तो cost accounting which use आपका financial and non-financial both, we can say that. ठीक है, और management accounting or cost accounting that use only financial data. Cost accounting include method like standard costing, marginal costing, lean costing and others. True. Management accounting does not follow the fixed structure like financial years. 100% true. So what will be a correct answer? You have to find out the incorrect statement. That means option B will be right answer for this particular question. Okay. So management accounting which incorporate both financial and non-financial data. Like production efficiency, employee performances, metrics and others for decision making. When it comes to cost accounting, it focus on cost related financial data and all. Okay? So that is generally part of this particular one. Next one. So here I have captured the differences between cost and management accounting. बहुत ही important ये slide है आप सबके लिए. ठीक है? So please pay your attention around this particular one. So as I told you earlier also, ठीक है, दोनों का difference मैंने आपको समझाने की बात करी. So management accounting has a broader scope than the cost accounting, focusing on the impact of cost, while the cost accounting deal with the cost ascertainments, allocation and accounting. ठीक है? Cost accounting focus on short-term planning, where management is आपका majorly long-term planning, the strategic decision and others. It can be short-term also. Cost accounting data support management accounting by making it more useful for decision making. Basically, in management accounting, we are using cost accounting, financial accounting, ratios and others. Management accounting use additional tool like ratio analysis, cash flow statements, which is financial accounting. Beyond the cost accounting tools as a standard costing and marginal costing, break-even analysis and all. Management accounting include financial and cost accounting as well as tax accounting and capital budgeting. Cost accounting relies on historical cost, while management accounting is more future oriented. Okay? So we are making decision about the future activities and others. Okay? So that is generally comes under this one. So very important slide. You guys can expect one question around the differences between cost and management accounting. I hope this is clear to all of you guys. If you guys having any query related to any statement and all, please do mention into the comment section. I'll try to help you out with that particular one. Right? Next one. Now the next one is आपका cost versus financial accounting. ठीक है? So cost accounting versus आपका financial accounting, and you have to find out the right statement. So when it comes to financial accounting, that deal with your accounting standards and all, which is mandatory in nature. Okay? So which is the user are majorly external stakeholders. Okay? When it comes to cost accounting, you do not have to disclose that particular one. It is used for the internal purposes or majorly used by the managers to make decision about the their product and services cost. Okay? So cost accounting mandatory for all businesses? No, there is as such no mandate. So wrong. Cost accounting focus on internal decision making, while financial accounting primarily for external reporting. 100% true. Cost accounting follow gap. No. Financial accounting prime. No. So option B will be right answer for this one. Cost accounting is used for the internal management decisions making, helping business control cost, set prices, and improve the efficiency. Financial accounting is primary for external stakeholders, which include your profit and loss account, balance sheet statements, and others. They are generally part of that particular one. Okay? So the differences, आपका, these are the differences, key differences. Again, very important one. ठीक है, तो ये दो सब टॉपिक ना, differences between cost and management accounting and differences between cost and financial accounting, they get asked so many times. तो इनको आपको बहुत अच्छे से प्रिपेयर कर लेना है, ठीक है. So when it comes to regulation, financial accounting meets statutory requirements like Companies Act or BR Act and others in case of a banking company. ठीक है. While cost accounting is usually voluntary in nature. Purpose आपका cost accounting serve management need, financial accounting which provide information to external stakeholders that we discussed earlier also. Focus आपका financial accounting source overall आपका profit and loss and the position statement through your P&L and balance sheet statements. When it comes to cost accounting, it is आपका around the per unit cost, break even points, margin of safety and others. These are the elements of this particular one. Reporting frequency, financial accounting is periodic. Okay, so when it comes to आपका financial reporting, so we have to have, like if you are a listed company, you have to report or you have to disclose your accounts on quarterly basis, the interim reports, and by the end of the accounting period or closing of the accounting period again or financial year 31st March. But when it comes to cost accounting, it can be on daily basis और मतलब जैसे आपके requirements है जो decision making है others, so it is accordingly, right? Transaction type, financial accounting record external transaction and it is mainly internal. Data type, financial accounting use figures, cost accounting use both actual and estimate. Standard costing and others, that's generally part of this one. But when it comes to financial accounting, you have to follow the realization concept that we will be discussing in our next session. Okay? Concepts and conventions of accountancy. Chalo. Next question, guys. How does cost accounting differ from the financial accounting in terms of reporting frequency? Just now only we discussed this particular one again. So cost accounting differ from the financial accounting. In case of financial accounting, we have to prepare those particular report on quarterly and yearly basis. When it comes to cost accounting, the frequency is high. It is as per the we can say business cycle, or even it is simply saying it is as per the requirement of managers. So whenever they are going to make any decision, so they have to analyze that particular data itself, right? So cost accounting report are generated annually basis? No. Financial accounting report are prepared as needed by managers? No. Cost accounting report are prepared frequently, like weekly, monthly, and internal uses, where financial accounting are typically for आपका quarterly and annually. So 100% option C will be right answer for this particular question. Okay? So in our previous slide only, we talk about these particular things or the differences. The question is purely based on the differences between cost and management accounting. Okay? Chalo, next one, guys. Okay, this is it. So this was a very first session and introductory session around the cost and management accounting. That is the very first subtopic or the curriculum subtopic which is given in your curriculum itself. Okay? So I hope you get these particular thing clearly. Now the same request to all of you guys. If you are going for PFRDA and if you are preparing for SEBI examination, please do share list of topic in the comment sections. Okay? So I can like let's say if there are some topic where you are facing some sort of challenges, so you can share those particular one in the comment section. So I'll be coming with more and more questions around those particular topic itself, right? चलो तो आज के लिए इतना ही करते हैं. Now I'll see you tomorrow with the management questions. ठीक है. So कल का सेशन होगा आपका मैनेजमेंट से रिलेटेड और when it comes to management, in case of PFRDA and SEBI itself, we have very limited content compared to RBI, but we will be sticking to the आपका content which is related to PFRDA and others. So if obviously that things will help you in your RBI as well as in these particular examination. जैसे PFRDA का एग्जाम नजदीक है तो our focus will be more on that particular one. ठीक है, तो जो करिकुलम उसका है उसी की तरीके से हम लोग आपका प्रिपरेशन भी करेंगे. ठीक है. So this is it from my side, guys. Thank you for joining this session. Thank you for watching this session. I'll see you tomorrow at same time, 8 p.m. and we will be discussing a set of questions from your management subject. All right, so this is it. Bye bye, take care all, have a nice day, and wish you all the very best for your preparation, guys. Thank you.